All right.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome everybody. First episode, Golden Dunkers Live, the new 2022-2023 season. It's been a while since we've jumped on here, and super excited to have one of my former teammates, or Gopher fan favorite on the show today, Chip Armelin. Chip, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Not much, man. Just hanging in there, just
Yeah,
chilling.
everything good with you? I
Thanks for
see you
having me.
got the maroon and gold still on. I see you keep it close.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna forever, support you guys, man. It's gonna like forever be my home, my team. I like forever love you guys. So, thank you for having me on this show. So, definitely.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you taking the time out. I know you're a busy man, family man. You know everything's going on right
Yeah.
now, so we'll get updated on everything for sure. But excited to
Okay.
have you back on. I know Gopher fans during the time. I mean, I had a couple years with you there where like you were one of the favorites just because of how hard you went on the court. And like
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of guys that's wore maroon and gold since you've come through. And to be
Yeah.
honest, I haven't seen another Chip Armelin come through. You know what I mean? Like, and we can jump into a few stories. At least I personally have, but like just one of
Yeah.
the best athletes I've ever seen. Like still to this day, and I've seen a lot of athletes. I feel like, but it was dope to
Thank you.
have you a part of the program. I think a lot of Gopher fans can agree.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. For real.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, man, let's talk a little bit. I know all the Gopher fans, few watching already, want to just think and hear about your Gopher days. But let's talk a little bit, man. Let's talk a little bit about Chip Armley. How you became a hooper before you even really got seen by the Tubby Smiths and everybody on that staff. Like what was your sports
Yeah.
upbringing? How'd you get the basketball in your hand? I know you played a little football too. How'd you get the basketball,
Yeah.
football in your hand? Like how'd you even start?
Yeah, man. Well, it actually started, me being like 2 years old. My mom put a ball in my hand. They kept a ball like in the house, so
Yeah.
I'm just basically like walking around with the ball. They got the little tight basketball goals as a kid. You having those. Just having the ball in hand, just going around and shooting, playing, dribbling around, and my dad and my mom, they was athletes as well. My mom played basketball, and my dad was a football player, so a football player and a track runner. So yeah, just having those two athletes in the house, they just put that in me so I can be able to exceed. So yeah, I definitely give it up to them for putting me there, put me in that position. So
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And so, growing up, was it like hard, like trying to decide? Because I don't know if Gopher fans know, but you were a pretty highly touted football player as well, right? And so, during during your upbringing, like
yeah,
where was your heart at, man? Because a funny story I have, for example, I think you were one of the first people I thought about when like this whole Anthony Edwards, a Timberwolves player, stuff came up about him loving football, right? And like
yeah, yeah,
being a basketball player and all this,
yeah,
and I was like, you were one of the first people I thought about it. And it's just like I think I was tweeting, I was like, guys, like it's not a big deal. Like every football player like love basketball, every basketball player love football. Like a lot of
right.
those guys, that's the two sports that a lot of them play. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like if
yeah, it's most common. Yeah,
most common. So like for you being just such a great athlete, like I mean, to that level, right? A Division 1
yeah.
caliber athlete for both. Like, what was your thought process coming up? Was it hard? Did you feel like you were pressured into one or the other? How was that trying to decide between Division 1 football and Division 1 basketball?
Uh, man, honestly, like it was more basketball, but I could always play like football, but as far as like playing my last year in high school and being able to do what I like did what I did and get these offers from like big time colleges, big time schools. It was definitely crazy, like just the whole process, man. Like I want to go here, I want to get this scholarship from playing football here at A&M or whatever, go to Minnesota or LSU and play basketball. But I just stuck to what I love. The first thing that I picked up, and that was basketball, man. So you know, I don't I ain't gonna say like it wasn't that tough, but like yeah, like certain situations, like it was like man, like it definitely like had you thinking, man. But
Right.
yeah, so
I
that
bet.
yeah, say football.
How did I mean? What was it like? How did I don't know if it was Tubby, if it was another coach? How did they like get you? Like I just like really like what was it like? Because I mean, you're a guy coming from Louisiana. You got teams like LSU, Texas A&M, like opportunities here, there to play.
Yeah,
Some sports. Like what
yeah.
was it with Minnesota? What was it with Tubby? What was it with the staff that just made you want to make that decision to come up north?
You know, as far as like it was Tubby, like he plays a big part in it. Just like his background, like he's a legend. He's definitely gonna go down as a legend, as a coach legend. So he was like a big deciding factor in it, and also just being me, like I want to, you know, go outside my environment, like go up north and like like be somewhere different, experience the
Yeah.
snow, and and just be able to meet new people. So that's what like that was definitely like my big deciding factor.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Was it? I mean, was it tough?
And the
Like,
Big Ten too. So the Big Ten, Big Ten is tough. So it was definitely
right,
a
right,
great decision. Yeah.
right. And I felt the same way. Like, kind of just you want to get out. You want to get out just where you grew up, the same people, like kind of
Yeah.
family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different location, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know I know it was tough though. It got cold. Like, I mean, talk about it, bro.
Yeah.
Versus Minnesota. Like, what was the
That
tough part?
man. Oh man, when that came, bro, it's just like just being in that environment when it was like that, like how cold it was, like the -10s and stuff like that. I'm like, man, am I ready for this? Like, but shoot, man, like I got used to it and fell in love like with people, the team out, like teammates like you and stuff like that, man. Just being around everybody, just being around the environment, like what like Minnesota had to offer and just like I just loved it, man. I just love
Yeah,
being a part of it. So yeah, I definitely love Minnesota. I'm definitely coming back too. I'll
yeah.
be back. Yeah, yeah, me and my wife for
When you
sure.
when you when you pulling back up to Minneapolis, the people need to know.
Uh, I'll probably say probably summertime. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about summertime. Yeah, I'll probably come back. Yeah, that'd be
yeah.
my next time going.
Man, we
Definitely.
yeah, we need to do something. I was just talking to a few people, Chris Halverson and like Trev and Dre, just separate
Yeah,
conversations just
yeah,
about like, yo, like
yeah,
we gotta just get something, like just get something on the books, get
yeah,
everybody together just to and not just the, we have the alumni stuff, which is great, but we just need something where we all come together too.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
need
Definitely, man. We're gonna make that happen for sure, man.
we gotta make that happen. We gotta make that happen. But
Yeah,
man, yeah, talk a little bit about it though, man. Talk a little bit about getting there, getting to campus, just like you talked about, playing in the Big Ten, but not only playing in the Big Ten, just playing for the Gophers. Like, was there anything that surprised you about the program? Right, I'm assuming you didn't follow Minnesota basketball a ton growing up. Like, was there
mm.
any surprises? Like, what was the biggest highlights when you stepped on to like the court for the first time wearing maroon and gold?
Man, just like those big games. Just the Gopher fans and like just being in the boring period, man. Just be able to experience that and all the fans and man, just that energy. That's what it's like. It's crazy. Like it's hard to describe it, man. For real.
Yeah,
Like,
it,
but
it is. The barnyard is crazy. The barnyard crazy. Who was the? I mean, what was the toughest game, or I guess biggest game? I feel like that you remember, in playing in Williams Arena, like in playing in the barn. Like, is there one specific experience or game where you're like, yo, like it was crazy, or just a team that you always played against, like yo, it was always crazy going up against them?
yeah, definitely. Michigan State was one. Um, Wisconsin. They definitely another one. See, Illinois. At that time we played Illinois. We had a battle with them. That was a good one. So yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
It was some guys. Who was? I mean, it was some guys. Who was the toughest matchup you had though?
Toughest matchup. I would have
Toughest
to say,
toughest person you guarded probably when playing Minnesota.
uh,
Did you
I would
guys?
have to say, Darrell Summers from Michigan State. He played in my freshman year.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
Michigan. Yeah,
Michigan State. Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Was that who was the toughest place? What was the toughest place to play?
Best place to play. Man, I would say yeah, Wisconsin, man. Probably in my
Wisconsin,
book. Yeah, Wisconsin, definitely.
man, they got they got into it. They got into it. Like they were.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to say
definitely.
some stuff they used to say, but you could tell it was the real rivalry. Like I know
Yeah,
Iowa was kind of a rivalry they would say with Minnesota,
yeah,
but Minnesota,
mhm.
Wisconsin, like those games, like you really like once the game started, like you and I, neither of us being from Minnesota, you started hating Wisconsin, like for real. Like you,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
like you really don't
You
rock.
just know like, it's gonna be like a big dog fight. Like it's gonna be a dog fight type of game. So you have to get prepared for it.
It was tough. It was tough. Michigan State though too. Michigan State though too. I remember my
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely, man.
Draymond was
Yeah,
still
definitely.
there my freshman year.
Yeah, Draymond, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it definitely was tough, man.
They were tough.
Yeah.
Appling, a few of those guys just coming.
Mhm.
Dawson, they was big
Mhm.
too. It was big.
Yeah,
They were the.
yes,
I remember Tubby Sap was doing crazy rebounding drills before those games.
yeah.
Crazy,
Just
crazy
prepare
rebound.
for that, man. Yeah, definitely.
Those are games that he would always make sure that they had you in though. Like they had you around because like they knew that you weren't
Yeah,
about to get out toughed by anybody. Like doing like that.
yeah,
That's that's when it was built, man. I mean, I remember like you was it was like Trev and then you. Like when I first stepped into the weight room in college, where I was like, "Yo, all right,
yeah,
this how this is college basketball lifting.
yeah.
This different. This is different than high school. Y'all was throwing it around
Definitely.
the
Yeah,
clean ball.
definitely,
It was
definitely, bro.
it was insane. It was insane. But talk a little bit about early, man. You brought up Tubby and like you said, Tubby played a big part just in and really the reason why you chose Minnesota. And like I feel like a lot of us can agree on that. Like when
Mhm.
I decided to like make the leap to try and go to Minnesota, like it was Tubby. That was the main reason. I think there
Yeah,
was a lot of guys. Like he was just a good recruiter. His history. I think our parents like respected him too
yeah,
in a
yeah,
way.
definitely. He's a
You know what
legend,
I
bro, for
mean?
sure.
Like
Yeah,
young black kids, like we're gonna listen to what our parents like have to say a lot of the time when it comes to that. Is if they
you're like,
trust,
hey, look.
that's how it
Yeah,
was.
man.
So, but I mean, talk a little bit though about it because I know even me, like I used to get like I think we all used to get mad and upset and like it was intense. Like we
Yeah,
were teenagers. He was trying to make us into men. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so
Mhm,
now, like you, right, being out of it more than 10 years probably since being on
mhm,
7 foot on that campus, like
mhm.
talk a little bit about just playing for Tubby, man. And like one those days, and two, what you took from it, like stuff that you may even take from it even to today.
You know, like I said, like his history and what he did, with Kentucky and stuff, and we ain't gotta go into that, but how he is. He's hard, tough, tough nosed guy. He gonna get into it. You can make you do this, make you do that. He gonna get you right. But most important of all, man, I really respect him because like he gonna make us into men, not just basketball players. So doing his thing right. He wants to be the clean shave.
Right.
The nice suits for games. Just look. Just look good. So definitely, man. Like playing for him was great. It was a great experience. Like I will always would love him like what he did and like what he did to me, like things he put into me and stuff like that, the wisdom and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it was definitely an honor playing for him. So
Yeah, no, it definitely got it would get intense. It would get intense.
yeah, yeah,
But
you know, yeah, man.
you grew from it, right? I feel like you grew even if you didn't know you were growing during that time, you grew from it and yeah,
Yeah,
it just made it all worth it. And then once you stepped on the court, man, at the end of the day, like it made it all worth it because he wanted to
mhm,
prepare you and make you uncomfortable because you knew once you stepped on the court in the Big
yeah,
Ten, it was about to get real
it's different.
uncomfortable for
Yeah,
us.
it's gonna be different.
It was
So
gonna be
that,
it was gonna be
mhm,
real different, man. It was gonna be real different. But I
yeah,
think playing in the barn, like that was, I mean, special to me. Like I hear a lot about it now
mhm,
uh, from other players.
Yeah.
that come in often, and I talk about like Michigan State, I talk about Indiana, I talk about all these places where I'm like, yo, it's tough to play there. And then randomly I've heard like a few people like, yo, it's tough to play at y'all's place. And I'm like, is it really? You know what I mean? Like we don't really. I just like us.
Yeah.
We never really thought that. I don't
Yeah.
think, but like I don't know. Folks say it was really tough to play in the barn. Like what are your thoughts on that? Like as far as the barn one, how did you like it? How was it playing there? And like, do you find it was tough, for opponents to come back and play there?
Yeah, man. Like I said, just being there, like how like electrifying the fans is, man, and like how much stuff they bring into the game, and just being able like to be in that environment, like it's gonna be crazy. Like you gonna feel the fans, you gonna feel the environment. So just being in the game, like it, but you doing so much, so you don't really like think it's like that serious. But definitely like with fans come, not fans, other teams come to play, you know, they feel it.
Right, they
I
do.
don't, it sounds like Michigan State and came. Yeah, definitely Michigan State came, and that was they definitely felt that because like man, it was crazy, man. Just being a part of it's crazy.
The which one? You said Michigan State at home. You said that was like one of the toughest ones
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
What year was that?
Um, I want to say when I don't know if it was 11 or 12. I know we lost by like five, I believe. He played them. I'm trying to remember what game. I don't remember what year it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Maybe
remember.
11.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember
Yeah.
which. It might have been a year. Can't remember those. I don't know. All I remember is we played at
It was
Michigan State my freshman year, and that was nuts. They
that.
they was different. They was different.
Yeah.
They was different.
Yeah,
Draymond
man.
senior year, they were special. They were special. But I agree with the Gopher fans. So when it do get loud in there, like Wisconsin at home,
Mhm.
a lot of those games, it was crazy. I know, like your freshman year, man, you got a lot of you, Mav, like y'all had to step up, play a lot of minutes when it was like Blake's senior year, right?
Yeah.
Talk a
Yeah,
little bit
man.
about that, man. I was just talking to Blake and them recently about that, like, because this year's Gopher team,
Mhm.
um, they got like 5 or 6 freshmen, and they
Yeah.
all got to start. Like, a couple of them got to start, a lot of them got to play, and like they can go. Like, you can tell they can play, but also I
Mhm.
can tell, like, bro, this is the first time they playing in college, so
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to like be on Twitter, like telling fans, like, yo, can you imagine like it's not easy going from high school to playing like in the Big
Yeah.
Ten, like for the first time, and but not just playing, but like actually being like relied on to
Mhm.
execute and do some stuff for
Yeah.
the team to
Yeah,
win.
definitely.
Talk a
Right.
little bit about that freshman year, man. How much you had to grow? I know you, Mav specifically, had to play some big minutes as freshman.
Yeah, man, with Malvin, Austin, those guys and me just being able to, come in and be a big part of the team and as far as don't get to do with scoring and stuff like that, man. It was definitely like challenging, because you're trying to find your niche, being a freshman coming in playing in the Big Ten, you're trying to find your niche and like what you need to be, like what type of guy you're gonna be for the team, and it just it was like tough at times, but definitely like it come at times where okay, yeah, like I know what to do, like I know like who I am, like where I am, like for this team. So yeah, it was definitely like it was tough. Like it was tough transition. I
Yeah,
would say like my freshman year, but going into the the next season, like it came more easy to me, and I got more acclimated to the system and stuff like that, and it was good. So
for sure. No, what that freshman year, was it a big difference? Like, what was that difference in play from non-conference to Big Ten? It's like, because it's non-conference is, I'm not gonna say it's cupcake, but like a lot of time you're trying to get your feet right. You're trying like because
yeah,
Big Ten's play start, that's a whole different
yeah,
animal.
yeah. You definitely got to lock in, man.
Exactly. How different was it for you at that freshman year? Like, did you? Because I think it's obvious, but like, try and like put it into words, like the difference in the intensity from those last non-conference games to having to go to Michigan State and start playing in the Big Ten.
Uh, yeah, man. It was definitely like a difficult transition, because like you gotta lock in then, like what's up for grabs. You know what team like teams know you play the teams every year in conference, so like what they gonna bring. So it definitely like a difficult transition, but soon enough you'll be able to get like used to it. You be able to know like what to expect from different teams like Illinois or Michigan State, Michigan. Like like what they gonna do and what they gonna bring. You just having like that set game plan, like for different teams. But it was definitely like a great experience. But yeah, at times where it was kind of difficult. But you know,
Yeah, for sure. No,
mm,
man, I feel like it was always Michigan State we opened up with. I don't know. I feel like it was always one of them. Man, it was just super intense, like
yeah,
every single
yeah,
time. Just I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
You weren't
definitely,
quite ready for it.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
of all them Gopher games, is there one game right that's like the one that sticks out in your mind the most, or just moment from you specifically, or just game? Like, is there one that really jumps out in your mind that you're like, yo, like that's the one. Like that's the one. Like I'm gonna remember that one forever.
I would to say when we played Nebraska, Nebraska. We got a 12. Yeah, that one definitely take the cake, bro. That's my favorite moment. Being a Gopher player. And second, I just say Ohio State. We play Ohio State
Yeah,
freshman year. Yeah, that's my second one. But yeah, definitely Nebraska, man. Yeah,
you went off.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You went,
Yeah,
you went off. You
yeah,
went.
definitely, man. So
Talk a
definitely.
little bit about that, though, man. Talk a little bit about that Nebraska game. Like, what was going on just in your mind during that game? Like, what
Man.
happens? Everybody always wonder, man, when somebody just feel it, they just going off. Like, talk about a little bit about that Nebraska game.
Man, just being like prepared for it, and just being at home, playing them at home, and man, it was crazy. Like the fans was a big part of it too. Getting me locked in, getting me going, stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely different. Like definitely different, man. Cause I definitely felt like hot, like I was hot. So I was just let's keep giving it to me. We're gonna do what we gotta do. But hey, yeah, man, it was definitely special, bro.
Yeah,
Special time.
it was. I feel like you always had good games against Nebraska. So
Yeah.
you had a couple games against Nebraska at home and away.
Oh wait, yeah, definitely. Yeah, going there, performing, do a little between leg fast to what you call it. So yeah, it was crazy, man.
That
Yeah,
was
definitely.
smooth. That was
It
smooth.
was
I almost
it
forgot
was
about
special.
that pass.
Yeah, it was special, man. So
What you have against Nebraska? What made you start hooping against Nebraska so hard each time?
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I don't know what it was, man. I'm just locked in at that point. You know, just had to just make something happen, man. So I was just
That's
definitely
what's
just
up.
locked in. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. No, that's what's
Mhm.
up. What so I mean transition a little bit from that from the Gopher time to the next level to professionally, man. Talk a little bit about that process because I think fans and shoot people like me, peers, like we're always intrigued by the process of playing professionally, navigating, trying to
Yeah.
play in the G League, and going overseas. I think overseas specifically, like we can kind of
Yeah.
get a grip on the G League. We know what they're doing a little bit, but it's like when Hoopers guys go overseas, you don't know like what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? You get a
Yeah.
few updates every now and then, and I don't
Yeah.
think anybody really understands either that process and how long it is and the language, stuff like that. So just talk a little bit about that process, man, where you went to play after playing overseas and just the entire journey.
Yeah, man. Like so, after I left Minnesota, I ended up going to Southern Miss, played there. I had a good I had a good 3 years there. I was fortunate enough to being able to go play overseas in Hungary. So I played there for a couple of years, and um, the transition I would say like it was kind of smooth. I was able to get an agent. That was very trustworthy, and being able to playing over there, man, is just having that experience playing overseas and stuff like that, and being around different people, different, different languages and stuff like that, different foods and things like that, man. It was great, man. Just playing out there in hungry, doing what I'm doing, performing. Um, Man, it was definitely great, man. Yeah, it was definitely a great experience playing with you guys.
That's what's up. Was it any language problems over there when you were playing in Hungary? You're like,
Nah, cause most of the guys there they pretty much spoke like good English, so I can pretty much understand what they were saying. So it really wasn't a problem. So like it was just just getting there, being with myself, it was just a different transition because like you miles and miles away, man, like from from the States and from home, but just being there and getting used to things, man. Yeah, it was definitely good.
is it? I mean, yeah, that's why it's you so far away from home, man. Imagine like it's tough. Is it a time difference and stuff? Like,
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
that part
definitely
gets
time
hard.
difference.
You start to miss family, friends, or
Yeah,
how is it?
yeah, definitely the time difference. Have to talk to family at a certain time, and stuff like that, and just hearing from everybody, trying to keep up with your peers, your friends, stuff like that. It was definitely different, and trying to get used to the time difference as far as wrestling and stuff like that, and you know, it was it was definitely tough. I would say my first 4 or 5 months there, just being able not to talk to family, be around family as much and stuff like that because of the time difference and things. But I just started getting used to it like after those 4 or 5 months.
I hear it. Is the what about the style of play? Like, was it that much different? Like, as far as college, was it? Did you feel different? Like, how was?
Um, yeah, it was just no, just pretty much just pick and roll. Like it wasn't nothing too serious. Just go
Yeah,
ahead. Yeah, just go ahead and get a basket and things like that. Yeah, it wasn't too much like complication stuff like that.
right.
The only thing about it, like just the rules, the people rules and stuff like that was kind of different, But as
Yeah,
far as like the play, like it was just pick and roll, screen stuff like that.
yeah,
Just trying
yeah.
to go on. Yeah.
Did the was the food a problem? That's all I'd be thinking about. Like, was the food different?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was kind of different, man. But just being like wherever I had to go, like as far as the food, like the things I like beef and stuff like that, and they had like pizza, and like they obviously have like McDonald's and stuff like that too. But they definitely had different foods, but I kind of stuck to like what I knew, from back home and stuff like that, and if I had to go cook, I'd cook my own stuff, just think. But yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
pretty good though. It's pretty good, yeah, definitely.
Man, I can't even imagine. I don't probably be at McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know, but no, that's what's up. And so, how long were you? How long were you over there? Was it just a couple seasons?
Yeah, yeah, I played a couple seasons.
Couple seasons. Would
Yeah,
you?
came.
Was it worth it? Was it? Would you change anything with it? Like, was it a good experience, or overall, what was that feel?
Oh, it was definitely worth it, man. Just the experience and me over there performing, doing like what I'm supposed to do, like doing things I did. It was definitely a great experience, man. Just being able to, get selected like in the All-Star game and stuff like that. So it was
You were
definitely
selected in an All Star game over there.
yeah, yeah.
I think I
I
saw
played
that.
in yeah, I played in that as well. So yeah, man, it's just being a part of that team and stuff like that for those 2 years. It was definitely great, man. Definitely worth it.
That's interesting. I
Yeah,
had I just remembered too before we look to wrap up here soon. I know you were talking about basketball and
yeah.
football earlier, man. I got questions. I know it's a conversation or debate on Twitter right now. Like, if you had advice for someone, right, a young Chip Armelin high school kid,
Yeah.
freshman high school player, and he had the athletic ability like yourself to play basketball and football and maybe even another sport. What would you have him do? Would you have him play both sports like you did all 4 years of high school? Would you have him play just one sport? Or what's your thoughts on that topic?
Um, like whatever he prefer. If you want to play both sports, that's fine. Like I'll be cool with that. Like I like that. That was me. I definitely like just do both sports. just see like where you gonna fit in that. So, yeah, definitely, man. Just go for it. The
Yeah.
sky's the limit, man. So hey, just go for it. You never know like where land. So
Right.
definitely.
What about two sports in college? Would you ever go back and try that?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would, man.
You,
Definitely.
did you have any in college when we were there? Did you ever have any times where you're like, yo, I kind of want to throw some pads on and step out there with Coach
Yeah,
Kelly?
yeah. I actually thought about doing it, man. But me and Tubby had a conversation. We talked about it, and he was like, "Yeah, not like I don't want, I want you sacrificing yourself and like to get hurt. You won't be able to play in the season." So I was like, I had to just, deal with it. It was cool though. I wouldn't change it for nothing, man.
Right, right. I mean, we both probably get it coming from Tubby, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we
yeah,
get
man.
it. Were
Yeah.
you were gonna be D back, or you gonna go D back or offensive side?
Offensive side. I was gonna be wide receiver.
Wide
I
receiver.
like receiver, yeah.
That-
Yeah, man. So yeah.
I mean, technically, you might have like a 5th year eligibility or something somewhere. Who knows?
Hey, yeah, yeah.
We might have to figure it out. We might have to figure it out. But no, man. Talk a little bit about just right now. Update everybody. Update what's been going on since you've been done playing. What's where you at now? What's been the latest? Just life for Chip right now.
Me, basically a family man, man. I've been married for 5 years to my beautiful wife Lydia, Lydia Armelin. So she watching this. Shout out to her. Uh, yeah, just her, me being with her, man. 5 years. Currently teaching. I'm a middle school teacher, detention. So, um, just basically, man, life's been good, man. I'm staying out here in Houston. I'm out here in Houston, Texas now. So, we just recently moved from Austin not too long ago. But yeah, we done settled in Houston. We been here, man, and life's been good, man. It's been hanging out, spending time with her, enjoying myself. Um, being with kids, working with kids, trying to help them out. Just giving them, good life instruction and stuff like that. Yeah, man, definitely. It's been great, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, and your college sweetheart, right? She
Yeah,
plays
definitely.
there. That's
Yeah,
what's
definitely. College sweetheart. She played volleyball there. Great athlete as well. Yeah. So yeah, man, definitely, bro.
That's what's up, man. I mean, great to hear. And now, so Texas living, Austin up to Houston now,
Yeah.
living,
Yep.
living a life, living
Yeah.
your life. A little
Yeah.
warmer in Minnesota. You ain't been back up in the snow
Yeah,
since.
definitely, bro. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely.
You haven't been back up in the snow since. But yeah, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's
Mhm.
talk. Just, I mean, wrapping up with that Minnesota support, man. Just talk a little bit about that, and just talk about just the support you felt really in going to Minnesota and being in Minnesota. Obviously, like I keep saying, guys like yourself, myself, other guys that aren't from Minnesota, right? It's
Yeah.
one of those things where one, it's like, do you feel as welcome? You're not one of those prep high school kids that they've been watching for a long time.
Yeah.
And two, it's almost like you're getting adopted into this family, into this tradition, and it's like, yo, like
Yeah.
how
Yes.
much do you know what I mean? You gotta just learn really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw the barn and I saw the court, I was like, what is this? So
Yeah.
you got to really
Yeah, definitely.
figure it out. But just wrapping up, man, talk a little bit about that Minnesota support, wearing that maroon and gold, and just how that was and what it meant for you.
Man, the support was crazy, man. It's just being able to fans, shouting your name, shout your name out the game, stuff like that, and just having that love that you get, like to this day. So just being able to message me from time to time to see how I'm doing, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's definitely like it's definitely like love, man. Just being around them, just being around the fans and stuff like that, being around the peers that I met, while being at Minnesota, man, like it was definitely like heartwarming and being away from home, like it definitely made me feel like I was, back at home, because I was like around like a family. So, around you guys, so man, it was definitely great, man. Like the support was real. It was definitely real.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a family thing. And then, yeah,
It
it
will
was.
always
You said what?
and it will always be too.
Yeah, no, it
Definitely.
definitely is. It's always gonna be family in those days, those memories, like with Tubby and
Yeah.
everything. All the times, like we said, people shouting. Like I remember the first Tubby tip off. Like
Yeah.
Tubby
Yeah.
tip off used to be popping.
They popping, man. Yeah, it was lit.
Tubby
Yeah,
T,
they
he came out with the motorcycle.
came out with the motorcycle, man. He was hey, like it was
I,
definitely a great experience too. And the fans being there, like I said, the fans was like electrifying, man.
man,
It's
it was.
it was definitely something great to be a part of that night, bro. For real.
It was, yeah, he brought some excitement. I feel like it was some excitement, and I think you could feel that it was the announcing Thomas is a Division One school, but still like it was the only Division One school, and like it was in the city, right? It was like
Yeah,
the Vikings, the Timberwolves, the Twins, the Wild, and the
mhm,
Gophers. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
so,
yeah.
you felt that you've been to some other college towns where it just I think you can agree it felt different like the
Yeah, it just felt different, man. Like just being able like to come there and be around like being around like that environment in Minnesota, man. Like it's just like it was heartwarming, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was real. Like you could tell like it wasn't fake, like it was real, like real love. And I don't know, like it's hard to explain it, man. Definitely.
yeah. I
Yeah.
no, I hear you. I hear you. I think all the fans, man, they supportive. They loved every minute you were out there, and all of us for real. But yeah, man. As we
Yeah.
wrap up, man, quick few rapid fire questions, man. And so you got to think about all the teammates, people you played with, right? I'm just
I'm,
coming, just coming off the top, all right? So it's 5 questions, quick. You got about 5-10 seconds to answer. So I'm gonna start
okay.
off easy. All right. Most athletic Gopher teammates you ever played with.
Rodney Williams.
I think yeah, I think we I think we just starting to
Rodney
get
Williams, bro. Yeah, definitely.
special stuff. I don't even know how to. It's hard to me explain what Rodney used to do.
Yeah, bro.
And
I get
you were an athlete, right? And so
yeah,
it's like when
yeah,
he
just seeing it like in person, like man, it's crazy.
right.
Like,
And we used to get so used to it. I think when you started like having other teammates, you was like you forgot like how you was like, yo, that was normal. Like that you was
yeah,
like every day in practice. Like no
yeah,
stretch, no nothing.
yeah.
I
It just-
When I saw him go between the legs with flip flops when he just walked in one day, I was just like, "Yo,
Yeah, yeah, bro. You already know, yeah, he's different. Yeah, he's a different player.
different, different." But all right, all right, all right. Teammate that had the most swag or style,
Math. I
Mav,
definitely yeah, definitely Maverick. I'll give him that.
the
Yeah.
The
I'm gonna
Cali
have
West Coast swag.
that Cali swag. Yeah, that Cali swag.
I feel like I feel like that was his username or something. But no, yeah, I swear, it
yeah,
sounds like it, don't it? I swear.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mav definitely got that. Mav definitely got that. All right, strongest teammate you ever played with.
Strongest man. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, strongest. Trail.
Trev,
Trail.
Bob, yeah,
Definitely Trail.
way too strong, man. Down to
Definitely Trail. Coke was in there too. Like Coke
Colton
obviously
Iverson.
he was in there too, but I'm giving Trail. Yeah.
That's crazy. Then that, yeah.
Yeah.
But Trev didn't play that freshman year with y'all, right? Or did he? Your
Uh,
freshman year with Colton?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think he.
I
Maybe
believe.
he did. He did actually. I think he did. He did play the year before.
Yeah.
He did play year. That's a crazy strong. That's a crazy strong front court with that one. All right, that's three of them. Funniest teammate you ever had, Gophers.
Funnest teammate. You man. You, yeah. You. You. Yeah, definitely you, bro.
All right, say less. We
Yeah.
here. We
You don't
shoot.
talk to
All
me,
right. This is another episode of no. I'm just
bro.
what we've been waiting for. That was the answer I've been waiting to get to.
Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, yeah, you
That's
got that.
real. That's real. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Appreciate that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Last one. Best scorer. Just straight score. Just put the ball in the bucket.
Best score.
I got two.
I got two too, man. I got two as well.
You go with two of them.
Uh, I would say Andre Allen. Andre Allen's one of them. Well, Austin Allen.
Damn, Holland Sanity.
Allen Sandy, baby. Yeah, definitely.
Holland
It's
Sanity
my
was
two,
some
man.
games. They both can pour it in.
Yeah.
I was probably gonna say though, I was thinking those two. I was thinking those two. So
They
they
gonna
can
get a
pour.
bucket, bro. They gonna get a bucket. So yeah, it's definitely them too, bro. Yeah, it's tough.
Holland Sanity was a special time. And the last one, best defender.
Best defender. I would have to say Trev, man, blocking. Well, yeah, he definitely holding the paint down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Trev or Austin. Trev can. You right. You right. I was telling somebody the other day, man, when Trev and Rodney was done. I was playing with him, and I was a little older, and we just had younger guys and other bigs, nothing against them.
yeah,
Like you didn't realize what you had. I don't think we realized what we had. Like you ain't have to. If you got beat, you know they was gonna get that beat. If they
yeah,
was,
yeah. You already know. Yeah,
and I'm not gonna say we didn't box out, but like we didn't have to box out nearly as hard when Trev and Rodney was on the roster
yeah.
versus when
But you know they was gonna get the rebound for sure.
for real. And
Definitely.
they get mad if you take them from
Yeah. Yeah.
them.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yes, man.
You
Yeah.
definitely get mad if you take them. But all right, man. No, appreciate you, man. Appreciate your time today. I know we getting close to game time here for another Gopher game here. So glad you could jump on, man. Glad you could catch up. Like I said, always a Gopher fan favorite. I know it for a fact. You know, everybody always talks about you, always brings you up. Obviously,
Yeah.
one of my favorite teammates to ever play with, most
Yeah.
athletic teammate, you, Rodney, probably hand to hand, Trev, like as far as pound for pound, what y'all were able to do. So like just
Thank you,
mad
man. I
respect for
appreciate you,
real.
bro. I
No, for
appreciate
real.
it, bro.
And
Love.
yeah, man, I think like it was a lot. I think a lot of people learned from you. I think like seeing you go hard and made young freshman me, Dre, Joe, we wanted to start lifting hard all of a sudden because it was like, yo, we about to get bodied in practice. Like we're gonna have to do something, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, man. You know.
like 3-4 years later, we come around and like Patino's our coach all of a sudden, and they're asking, they're wondering like, why you lift so much? Why are you so like this? Like, bro, like you weren't here when we first came. Like, I'm looking at Chip Armelin, Trevor Mbakwe, like
Mhm.
Chris Halverson, like boys
Yeah,
were throwing around some weight. Like,
yeah.
you realize what college basketball and college sports was. So like
Mhm.
I owe a lot of like that moment of like realizing what it was, seeing you run a 5:30 mile, like whoa, like you know what I mean? Like people
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
about
man.
the days, the tubby 5:36 minute mile days. Like
Hey, that was another crazy one. Yeah, that was
that,
tough. Yeah, that was a tough one, but yeah, man.
that was
I
tough. So
appreciate that, bro. I appreciate the love for sure, bro.
definitely. So it's one of those things where yeah, man, you gotta give you your flowers because it's definitely well deserved. And
Yeah,
I know Gopher fans, man, they want to see you come back, man. Maybe on the sidelines soon. So let's try to figure that out. But
yeah.
anything you want to wrap up with, close off for Gopher fans before we wrap up here?
Man, I just want to say thank you guys. Like, thank you for having me, man. Fans, thank you. For supporting me throughout my years being at Minnesota, man. And much love to you guys. Good luck. You got good luck on the season. And good luck to the Vikings as well, man. So yeah.
Yeah, man, you know what it is. Goal for sure. No, man,
Sure.
appreciate your time. And then I did, since that story did come up, man, is there any last thoughts, man, for Tubby, for anybody about those 6 minute miles? Like, I don't know if Gopher fans know about those stories of guards having to get that 5:30 mile and
Uh,
bigs having to get that 6 minute mile beginning of every season. But that's the standard plan for Tubby Smith. And that's one of those things
yeah,
that we none of us look forward to. But
yeah.
any last thoughts about about those mile run days and some of those mornings?
Yeah, man. Just being able to wake up, like early in the morning, man, getting prepared to run that, man, and you just have to like mentally like prepare yourself for it, and just being able to be like playing like under Tubby, like that's what he wanted to do. Like he wanted to like get you like set up mentally, get you prepared mentally for for the season. And that's what I got from it. I had to man up, get used to it, get ready, have to pass it because you already know if you don't pass it, well, shoot.
You gotta keep doing it. You
Keep
gotta
doing
keep
it. So
doing
like, hey, let's go ahead and just get it out the way the first time.
it. Man.
and
And
keep
and
going
I'll
from
be the
there.
first to say I had to do it a couple times because I had that fast at that first time. And you don't realize how fast 5:30 is until you have to actually get
Yeah,
5:30.
as you have to do it. Like,
You have to do it. What I mean, honest thought, man. What was your thought? You said you had to man up and just do it, but like that first morning, you in the locker room, it's still dark outside, and they're like, "All right, let's go do this." Like, what was going on in your mind?
it was just like dark, I'm sitting there, like everybody teammates just sitting there just trying to prepare for it as well, man. It's just uh man, it was definitely crazy. Like, man, like what I'm about to get into. Like, what is this? What's going on, man? But hey, like he explained it to us and explained like what it was gonna be. It was like, okay, let me get myself prepared for this because it's about to be crazy. So yeah, man, just being able like to get yourself prepared mentally, be able to eat, wake up early, eat at a certain time because you know what's gonna happen. You about to use all that energy, man. It was definitely a crazy experience, but it definitely made us who we are today. It was crazy though. It was good.
For sure. No, it definitely. It's not too much now we can go through where it's like those moments definitely like build you. They build you for
Yeah,
life.
yeah, definitely good. Yeah, for sure, man.
I think when I realized it was when we got out there and like the ROTC, like the Army folks, like they would be finishing up their workout. And
Yeah,
it's like, you know what I mean? I think Tubby wants us in that mindset. It's like
yeah,
almost a military mindset, like
yeah,
us and it's them up on campus, right? Like
yeah,
we could be sleep like the regular students, but are you a regular student or you're an athlete? And that's I think what he was trying to show us. And
yeah, yeah,
guys,
yeah. It definitely plays a big part. Like who I am today. Just being mentally prepared for anything what goes on in life. So yeah, definitely, man.
facts. I know. I agree. 100%, man. 100%. And to end it on a funny note, you're right. We used to be in the locker room just sitting down with our heads down, just like this, before we had to go.
Yeah, man. Cause yeah,
Like
yeah.
6 or
It just
5
happened,
a.m. And you knew it was coming, but you was like, maybe they don't come tell us today. All of a sudden, they'll be like,
Yeah,
all right, time to jog over to the track. And it's like 6,
yeah.
10 a.m., cold because it's Minnesota fall.
Oh man,
For the time,
that's
man. But like you said, man, it's prepared all of us for who we are today, and it's not too much
yeah,
on the drop on our plate that we're not gonna be ready for. So
yeah,
appreciate
definitely, man.
Tubby, appreciate the times, appreciate all that. But
Thank you, bro.
Chip,
Thank you.
appreciate you, man. It was great talking to you, Gopher fans. Thanks for
Thank
listening. This is another episode of Golden Dunkers Live coming to a wrap. Kendal Shell, Chip Armelin. We'll see you guys next
you,
time.
sir.
Go
All
Gophers.
right, go Gophers, baby.